From his meteoric rise to becoming one of the world's most successful boxers, Anthony Joshua has been an inspirational figure for millions around the globe. He is one of the world's greatest boxers and has had an extraordinary career, but his future in the ring is uncertain. With talk of retirement on the horizon, it looks like now might be the time for AJ to hang up his gloves.
Wait, I'm talking. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
From his health risks to financial concerns, there are many factors that must be taken into consideration when debating whether or not Joshua should retire. Fans, his team, and the boxing community have all weighed in on the matter, making it an important topic to discuss. Anthony Joshua is one of the most successful boxers in history, having enjoyed an illustrious career that spans a decade. Born in Watford, UK in 1989, AJ developed a passion for boxing from a young age and began training at his local club when he was just 18 years old. He quickly rose through the ranks and went on to win multiple accolades, including the British Amateur Boxing Association's Senior ABA Championship in 2010 and gold at the 2011 World Championships. After turning professional, Joshua won his first 20 fights, including the IBF heavyweight title bout against Charles Martin in April 2016, and a historic victory over Vladimir Klitschko in 2017.
Undefeated, the fighting pride, the fighting gold.
His success on the world stage has seen him become one of the most recognizable faces in sports. His knockout performance against Klitschko was watched by tens of millions of people worldwide. There used to be a time when Anthony Joshua was considered absolutely unbeatable. I mean, so many challengers popped up, they all showed some sort of promise, but every single time, without fail, Joshua would pull out a win from somewhere. However, as they say, all streaks are made to be broken. After 22 consecutive wins without incurring a single loss, in 2019, Joshua suffered a shocking defeat to Andy Ruiz Jr., which saw him lose all 3 of his heavyweight titles. He came back strongly from that loss, however, beating Ruiz in their rematch and reclaiming the WBA, IBF, and WBO belts. Despite this, he then suffered a surprise defeat to Alexander Usyk 2 years later, losing all of his titles once again. Last year, he faced Usyk in a rematch, and despite having a better showing than last time, the Ukrainian mastermind retained his titles. This was the first send in the soil for the downfall of AJ's career. Throughout his career,
To beat me tonight, maybe I could have done better, but it shows that
AJ has demonstrated an impressive work rate and dedication to his craft, and that has rightfully seen him become one of the most successful British boxers of all time. His records speak for themselves, with 27 fights and 24 wins under his belt. On top of that, he is the first British boxer to have held unified titles in 3 different weight divisions, a feat which was achieved when he won the WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight title in 2015. Joshua's remarkable story has also seen him become a role model for many young athletes looking to follow in his footsteps.
I have an opinion on my opinion. I'll chat with you about the fight and probably I've got my view.
His charity work and tireless efforts to help those less fortunate are testament to his genuine passion for making a difference, along with showing that anything is possible if you put in the hard work. This is admirable quality, combined with his unwavering commitment to the sport of boxing, which has helped cement his legacy, and it will ensure he is remembered as one of the greatest boxers of all time. At the age of 33, Anthony Joshua is reaching the tail end of his professional boxing career. He has already endured 2 back-to-back defeats and is looking to make a comeback in the spring.
there as if to say, what have you done to me? And he's gone.
As one of the most decorated heavyweights in history, it's understandable that some fans want him to hang up his gloves before his career takes further damage. There are various signs that indicate Joshua is beyond his prime. Physically, he has lost some of the power and explosiveness in his punches that made him so successful early on in his career. His age also means that he's naturally slowing down, and this lack of speed can make him vulnerable against younger opponents.
tick off his hit list, yeah, it will happen now. He's more than ready now.
2023.
Why not?
Mentally, Joshua is also showing signs of wear and tear. He often looks tired in the ring, even when he's not fighting. This can be a sign of fatigue from all of the training he has gone through over the years, or it could simply mean that his head isn't in the game anymore. Finally, there's the issue of Joshua's opponents. He was previously able to dominate in fights against lesser-known boxers, but his last 2 defeats were against world-class competitors, Alexander Usyk and Andy Ruiz Jr. This suggests that facing top talent is no longer an advantage for Joshua, and if he's to win any future fights, he will need to rely heavily on his experience rather than his physical attributes.
Who did defend?
Overall, it's clear that Anthony Joshua is past his prime. He still has much to offer the sport of boxing, but at 33 years old, it may be time for him to consider retirement rather than risk further damage to his legacy.
Out he goes.
Retiring from boxing is the best way for Anthony Joshua to preserve his legacy. In order to fully protect his health and longevity, retirement can be an invaluable decision in the long term. It could also help him take advantage of potential financial opportunities that might come after a successful career in boxing. There are also a lot of reasons why he should retire. Firstly, AJ may face several long-term health risks if he continues to box. Common injuries include chronic pain, joint degeneration, and neurological problems due to head trauma. As Joshua gets older, the risk of these injuries increases exponentially. It might be beneficial for AJ to retire now before his health is jeopardized from years in the ring. AJ has also achieved a great deal in his boxing career and has won multiple titles, establishing himself as one of the most accomplished heavyweight boxers of all time. If he retires now, Joshua can preserve his legacy by keeping his record clean from further defeats. This way, people would remember him as a legendary boxer who achieved success even at an early age. Retirement could also open up new financial opportunities for AJ, as he is already an icon in the sport. His name has a great amount of pulling power, which can be used to secure lucrative endorsement deals. It could also provide him with the backing to start a business. This can help AJ capitalize on his success and ensure that he is set for life even after retirement. Anthony Joshua has said he is reaching the end of his career and described himself as an old man ahead of his boxing return. He admits that he must work harder than ever to make these last years count, but he also looks forward to spending more time with his family once he retires. Joshua believes that his greatest achievement will be making it out of the fight game healthy, aside from being able to enjoy commercial stuff without the pressure of having to train after and being able to relax with his family. That pretty much lines up with everything I've said. It seems that retirement is definitely on the cards for Anthony Joshua, but he still has some big fights to complete before then, and hopefully his greatest achievement will be made out of the fight game healthy and with his family. Of course, there are a lot of people who think he shouldn't retire and that he still has a lot left to offer in the boxing world. But it's Anthony Joshua's decision and only his. As long as he knows what is best for him and his family, we should all respect whatever decision he makes. After all, retirement should be a time of celebration, not sadness. And that's why AJ should retire.